Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Marianne Williamson. Hello and welcome to episode 336 of Namaste Yoga. We are at Whitty's Lagoon today. Thank you so much for welcoming me into your home as we journey into our innermost home. I want to thank Dusky Leaf for our props. You're going to need them right from the beginning today. So I'm going to get you set up in recline bound angle to begin. So for today's class, you are going to need a bolster and two blocks, and we're going to need them for the first pose. So you're going to lie back on your bolster and you place your two blocks to the side and bring the soles of your feet together. Open your knees and rest back over your bolster, and you can stay here for the opening. Thank you to Squeezed Yoga Clothing for my clothes. Today I'm wearing long brown leggings with a vine on them, and I'm wearing a long red top with the Om sign on it underneath a jacket because it's cool here in the shade at Whitty's Lagoon. And I have a testimonial today. I have a couple of testimonials. Amina from YouTube says there's a couple of testimonials about our first poetry and motion class, Namaste Yoga 335. She says, great class that helps going deep in what is really important in our lives and in the lives of those who are near to us. Thank you. She said she was doubtful about the poetry, but she enjoyed it very much. And Oksana says, thank you for a beautiful poetry class. Definitely that poem can relate to anyone. And you can look at your life and what really matters, feeling great after your class. So thank you, Amina and Oksana. And thank you to each and every one of you that take the time to leave your comments in our membership community on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. And as well, you can always leave me a voice message on my website at melissawest.com on SpeakPipe. We're going to come together and begin our class with the peace mantra. So I will make space with breath and a sigh. And you might want to just ground yourself with a big cleansing breath, breathing in through your nose. And let it fall out of your mouth. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this mantra means, protect us together, student and teacher. May our studies nourish us together. May we work together for the union, for the good of all. And may our learning be luminous and purposeful. May we live in harmony. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. So today for our poetry in motion class, our poem is Marianne Williamson's very poignant writing, Our Deepest Fear. And I think I'm already stepping away from poetry, but I promise I'm coming back to poetry. It's an excerpt from her book, The Journey to Love, A Return to Love. I keep calling it The Journey to Love, A Return to Love. And the poem, as you rest back and recline bound angle and open your hips and your groin and your heart and release your shoulders, the poem goes like this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And as I said, that's Marianne Williamson's words from her book, A Return to Love. So you can reflect on how these words resonate for you in your body, physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically, and spiritually. And we will be carrying these words with us throughout the entire class. So you can begin to wiggle and stretch out, bend your knees, and roll to your side. And we will make our way off the bolster. And that must be a deer in the, or something in the bush there. I'm sorry, I keep looking over to the bush because there's something moving around in there.
Or a bear. You see a bear looking.
I hope it's not a bear.
That's exactly where they live, right? They come down here to eat lambs.
It's just that bird there.
Oh, it's a bird.
It's a robin. Okay.
No bear.
No bear today. Okay. Yeah, there are bears around here, so it's just a robin. Okay, so we're going to come off your bolsters. We're safe, everybody. Just a little bit on high alert. And we went to a bear workshop just around the corner from here. We're going to come into bridge pose. So you'll want to keep one of your blocks close by, and we'll use one of the blocks. Okay, so you're on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, and you're going to press into your feet until your pelvis lifts off the ground. So here you're going to feel your strength in your legs. This is going to be a very strengthening class for your lower body, for your legs. As you come to recognize your own strengths, you'll feel it physically in your body first, particularly in your lower body. And then in our upper body, we're going to let our light shine with sunshine arms. So inhale, take your arms overhead, and then exhale them down and around. Inhale your arms overhead, and exhale them down and around. Inhale overhead. Exhale down and around. Great, and then lower down, and you can hug your knees into your chest for a counter pose. If you have any knee issues, be sure to hold on behind your knees so you don't bother your knee joint. And then you can either rock yourself up or roll to the side. And you're going to come onto all fours, but lengthwise on your mat, because we're going to do frog pose. So frog pose, you're going to take your legs wide at a 90-degree angle with your feet flexed. And then you're going to come forward onto your forearms. You could even use your bolster here to rest on. You need to make sure that you lean back so you feel something happening in your groin. So you want to feel the intensity in your groin here and tuck your tailbone under. So if you have any knee issues, particularly on the inside of your knees, this is obviously a pose to avoid. You'd want to go back to the pose that we did at the beginning of the class, the recline bound angle instead, so that you're not putting pressure on the inside of your knees. And then you're going to release this pose from your body. And you're going to come to a comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged on a meditation cushion, or you can kneel on a block. I'm going to kneel on a block today. And we're going to take the Padma Mudra, which is actually the Lotus Mudra. So the way that it works is you place the heels of your hands together, your pinkies and so that's your baby finger, your fifth finger, and your thumbs together, and bring all your other fingers apart and rest that at the level of your heart center. So the benefits of this mudra is that it weakens ego grasping, and the poem that we're doing today speaks to ego grasping. So the failure to recognize your goodness is a form of ego grasping as well. We'll get into that. It opens your heart chakra, it settles your mind, it benefits your heart, it awakens your body's self-healing, and it ignites spiritual devotion. But I chose it mostly because it weakens ego grasping. So you can hold that, and I will read the poem again and go into the teachings for today. Just close your eyes and allow yourself to be in a receptive state. So Our Deepest Fear by Marianne Williamson, from A Return to Love. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And that's by Marianne Williamson from her book, A Return to Love. So as I said when we were setting up the Padma Mudra, ego grasping can take all kinds of shapes and forms, and today we are exploring the real human tendency to hide our own brilliance. Perhaps in an effort to avoid appearing conceited, we have hidden some of our most precious gifts from the world. So to what extent are you willing to take ownership of your God-given gifts and talents? We're going to take some time now to take inventory of your own life and acknowledge your own strengths. Downplaying the best parts of yourself does not make you a better person. And I'm going to repeat that actually. Downplaying the best parts of yourself does not make you a better person. So we're going to take some time now to recognize your own gifts and talents as a way to appreciate and honor all that you are. It is part of what makes you unique and precious and special as a human being. So I'm going to have you repeat after me, and you may even want to, I know in our membership community we keep yoga journals, so if you have a yoga journal, you probably already have it close by with a pen and paper. And you might want to write down any words that stand out to you, write down words that have an edge to them, that feel uncomfortable, or even words that you easily recognize in somebody else, but might not necessarily embrace in yourself. Because, for example, I'll give you an example. Often, I really admire one of my closest friends, that she is such a good mother, but it's not something I recognize fully in myself, and I use this example a lot. But the fact that I can see this in her means that it exists in me as well, that I am actually, I do actually place very high value on mothering my own daughter, and I that is a strength of mine as well. The fact that I can see it in her and value the way that she does it. So, so that's another thing to recognize. So you're going to repeat these words silently to yourself, or you can repeat them out loud too, because you're at home. We're going to use the words I am, and if any of them stand out to you, you might want to press pause in the video and write them down so that you have them in your journal and you can go back to them. So I am satisfied, I am secure, I am loved, I am inspiring, I am sensual, I am radiant, I am delicious, I am passionate, I am cheerful, I am joyful, I am sexy, I am forgiving, I am alive, I am fulfilled, I am energetic, I am confident, I am flexible, I am accepting, I am whole, I am healthy, I am talented, I am capable, I am wise, I am honored, I am holy, I am empowering, I am embracing, I am divine, I am powerful, I am free, I am funny. I actually get a lot of comments about, I am quirky, I get that one a lot. I am knowledgeable, I am affluent, I am enlightened, I am realized, I am balanced, I am brilliant, I am successful, I am worthy, I am open, I am compassionate, I am strong, I am creative, I am peaceful, I am fair, I am famous, I am disciplined, I am responsible, I am happy, I am pretty, I am desirable, I am blissful, I am enthusiastic, I am courageous, I am precious, I am fortunate, I am mature, I am artistic, I am vulnerable, I am radiant. I think that was on there twice. Maybe we are doubly radiant. I am conscious, I am faithful, I am magnificent, I am cosmic, I am attractive, I am assertive, I am thankful, I am gentle, I am quiet, I am full, I am soft, I am wanted, I am extravagant, I am beautiful, I am calm, I am carefree, I am easygoing, I am patient, I am non-judgmental, I am cool. I am thoughtful. I am spiritual. I am loyal. I am connected. I am articulate. I am spontaneous. I am organized. I am reasonable. I am humorous. I am acknowledging. I am content. I am adored. I am playful. I am clean. I am fruitful. I am punctual. I am fun. I am understanding. I am self-assured. I am dedicated. I am optimistic. I am forward. I am intelligent. I am credible. I am active. I am glamorous. I am fearless. I am vivacious. I am warm. I am focused. I am innovative. I am nurturing. I am a superstar. I am wonderful. I am a leader. I am solid. I am a champion. I am right. I am a choice maker. I am simple. I am genuine. I am giving. I am, this is on your choice too, interesting. I am assertive. I am adorned. I am prolific. I am productive. I am bold. And I am sensitive. So you are each and every one of these things. And today we are bringing these qualities into the light and embracing them as your own. We all have qualities that make us uniquely special and as human beings. And with commitment, we can search out the disowned parts of ourselves that make us brilliant and whole. And when we take back the positive projections that we have only allowed ourselves to observe in other people, then we can start to become whole beings ourselves. And so just for your own reference, that was from Debbie Ford's book, Dark Side of the Light Chasers as well. So reflect on how this relates to you and your life and what it is that you want to create, sustain, release, or let go of, or rebirth in your life, and what intention you want to have for the rest of your yoga class today, and begin to form that intention. And then once you form that intention, we're going to make our way into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And in downward facing dog, we're going to really focus on lengthening our spine and clearing those energy channels so we can clear the pathway to our greatness. So don't even worry so much about lengthening your legs as you do about lengthening your spine here and allowing your head to be long. And then from here, we're going to make our way up to standing. So you're going to look forward at the space between your hands and then walk your feet in. And then roll all the way up to standing. From standing, we're going to stand in Tadasana so that we stand in our own power. So stand with your, and we'll actually use a block for this because we're going to go right into chair pose to feel the strength in your legs. So place the block between your thighs, above your knees. So the block between your thighs will bring your feet hip width apart, and it will align your hips, knees, and ankles as well. And just you'll have to use your leg muscles to hold on to the block as well. So that will just give good alignment through your legs and good engagement of your leg muscles. And then reach your legs down into the ground. That will lengthen your spine up, relax your shoulders, draw your ears over your shoulders, and just take a moment now to stand in your own power. There may be a certain phrase, an I am phrase that you want to repeat to yourself here that you just heard in the teachings. Just notice what it's like to stand in your own power here. And then bring your arms up to parallel to the ground, and you're going to sit back into Utkatasana, chair pose, and feel the strength of your legs here. And you can come up to standing and place that block off to the side. Stand at the top short end of your mat, and you'll take a step back with your right foot and sink down through your front left sit bone. Your hips face the front end of the mat, and bring your arms straight up so you're facing straight ahead. And here you're bringing awareness to your own unique strengths and values and talents, and bringing those into the light. Maybe repeating a few more I am phrases to yourself, or even out loud. And then release this posture out of your body on this side. Come back up to the top end of your mat. And we're going to do this on the other side. So this time you'll take a step back with your left foot. And sink down through your front right sit bone. Your hips face the front edge of your mat again. And bring your arms straight up again. Bringing awareness, facing head on, pointing straight ahead to your own strengths, your unique values, what you bring, what strengths you bring to this world, what talents and gifts you have. And then release this out of your body. And the next pose we're going to do is Warrior 3. And so in this pose, it's a balancing pose, but it's all about taking action in the world. And so you can reflect on how you bring those gifts to light in the world. So we'll begin by standing on your left foot. Take your arms straight up. Inhale. And exhale, hinge forward over your hips. And come forward like a teeter-totter over your left leg. Focus on a point on the ground that's not moving. You could use a chair or the wall for balance. And reflect here on how you bring your unique talents and gifts to light in the world. And then you're going to come up to standing and let that go. Take a little breather there. And then you're going to stand on your right foot. Inhale, reach up. And you're going to exhale, hinge forward over your right hip, standing on your right leg, like a teeter-totter coming forward. And just reflecting again on how you bring your unique talents and maybe going a little bit deeper with that now. Reflecting on, maybe it's really easy for you to think about how you bring certain gifts forward, but going a little bit deeper, asking yourself to go a little bit deeper with some strengths that you might not have first considered. And then you can let that pose out of your body. I've got one more standing posture for you. You're going to stand facing the long edge of your mat. Take your feet wide. Turn your feet out to about 10 and 2 o'clock. You're going to sink straight down and bring your arms straight up for Goddess Victory Squat so that you can sink into your divinity. And then come up to standing and stand again at the top front edge of your mat. So this whole class is very strengthening and also very heart opening. So you're going to stand here, you're going to inhale, reach up. So that's the illumination, going for the illumination of the sun. Exhale, fold forward, let go of that ego grasping, that need to hide your greatness. And then you're going to step back into downward facing dog again. And from downward facing dog, you're going to tuck your tail all the way under. Come on to get a nice, really great stretch to the necks of your toes and come into upward facing dog for our back bend today. So that you're getting a back bend, but also a very upper body strengthening back bend. Okay, so your modification for this would be that you could come down and do Sphinx pose instead. So it would be less strength for your, and then you wouldn't have to use your wrists either too. Would be less, no weight bearing for your wrists. But if you'd like to, you can join us for the upward facing dog and get some strength in through your upper back. Well, you're going to strengthen your upper back and Sphinx as well, but more strengthening here through your upper back and shoulders. Just a deeper back bend and more strengthening. Okay, after this, you're going to sink back into downward facing dog. So come back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And we're going to let go of that ego grasping, of that need to hide yourself, to appear less than. You're going to take your left leg up. And you're going to bring it through between the space between your right hand and your right foot. And then you're going to lie down and take your arms out to the sides. So you're coming into Dying Warrior. And here we're saying death to the ego grasping, to the false humility. Drop your right hip towards the inside of your left leg. And then you can gather yourself up and we'll come back into downward facing dog. I gotta clear some space for my leg on it. It's so mucky over here. So, people ask me why I'm not a big fan of doing yoga on the beach, and then they're like, "Why do you must hate doing yoga on the rocks?" No, the rocks are clean. The beach is like so gross, so dirty. Let's just put it this way: I don't have to shower after the rocks. Okay, so you take your right leg up, give it a shake and a wiggle, and then you take your right leg between that space. Between your left hand and your left foot, and then you take your arms out to the sides and rest here. So dying warrior on the other side, letting go of that ego grasping, that fear of embracing our greatness. Drop your left hip to the inside of your right thigh. And then you're going to gather yourself up again. We'll come back into downward facing dog. And then come down, bend your knees, and sink back into child's pose. You can open your knees to make space for your belly. Rest your forehead on the ground. And if this bothers your knees at all, you can always lie on your back and hug your knees into your chest instead. And then slowly roll up to your spine. And from here, we're going to rest back into Shavasana. And you can actually take your round bolster and place it underneath your knees. That's great if you have any low back issues. And also creates a nice free flow of energy. So you can stay resting back here, and I'm going to sit up and read the poem to you one more time. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkest, that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So reflect back on this class and ask yourself what stands out, what seems most important. What's one small thing you're going to take with you off your mat and into your life? So gradually allow your breath to deepen. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bend your knees. Roll to your right side. And slowly make your way up to seated. So thank you so much for joining us for episode 336 of Namaste Yoga. We will finish now by gathering in the fruits of our practice first to ourselves and then offering them out into the world. Making space with breath and a sigh. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So thank you so much for joining us. If you liked today's show, then please give it a thumbs up. And in iTunes, you can give it a 5-star rating. If you're new to our show, then you can subscribe. We put out a new show every Friday, a new free show every Friday, so that way it'll show up in your feed. And if you know somebody who would enjoy the show, then please feel free to share it with them. And I want to thank Hannah, Peggy, and Donna for their donations. You can click here to make a donation to our show. Your continued kindness and support helps us to offer this show to all of you around the world and make it possible to produce it and put it out every single Friday. And if you can't make a monetary donation, then you can always contribute of your time by answering, leaving a comment and answering today's question. So today's question to answer in the comment is, what is one strength that you have brought into the light today? What is one strength that you have brought into the light today? And if you would like my infographic of my top 3 benefits of engaging with poetry, then you can go to melissawest.com/336 and scroll down. There's an opt-in box there, and you put your email in there, and I will send you a beautiful infographic of my 3 benefits of engaging with poetry. We also have a beautiful membership class in our membership community that is called The Warrior's Heart, and it will continue some of the things that we've done here today with breaking down the armor that we have around our heart, and it goes through all of the warrior poses. It's a gorgeous class, so if you're interested in becoming a member of our membership community, you can click down here below as well. I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. May you be as strong as our mountains, and may your joy, oh, we already did the joy. May you be rooted as the trees in our forest. Om Shanti, Namaste. You may have noticed we had some interesting filming today. So special thanks to all of you who contributed to our epic video campaign. We now have our drone, and it allowed us to capture even more of this spectacular scenery.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.